Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Coach JC. Everyone gather around. Should be a good one today. Today's topic is chivalry. Chivalry isn't dead. Chivalry for some reason is always get looked down upon as far as does it still exist? Do men still, buy the flowers? Do men still hold the doors? Do men still pay for the first dates and all this nonsense? Actually read a post yesterday. Someone said, well, after the man gets what he wants, then does it go away? I was laughing, because I have a whole entire book. See, Gentleman Code, a guide for women on how to find this the right here. First book I wrote. That being said, I have a whole chapter to talk about chivalry isn't dead. It's built within you. As a man, you're supposed to be generous, courteous towards women, open doors for her. Or hey, if it's cold outside, offer your jacket to her. It's just little things like that. You have a date, make sure you arrive 15, 20 minutes early, set reservation. And like I say in a lot of my videos, like when you're in your single season, that's the time really to, as a man, you got to really go out there and take your time to invest in different types of restaurants, like Mexican restaurants, seafood, Italian, vegetarian restaurants. You have to figure out, you have to be to all kind of restaurants so you get a better picture of how the food is. And if you meet somebody like, hey, I like Chinese food, or hey, I like seafood, then bam, you got 3-4 places you've already been to, and you can be a good recommendation. Like, hey, okay, fine, we can go here. I know a spot. I know a spot that's right up the street we can go to. Really nice, friendly, good atmosphere. You set a reservation. It's easy. But a lot of times as men, like I said, it come down to chivalry. We feel like we're just doing it to get something out of women. And that's just who you are as a person, as a man. It should always be like that. Like towards, when I was in my younger years, I was doing that. Opening the door, I was taught, yes ma'am, no sir. Be chivalrous toward women. I don't really want anything from you. When you go to the gas pump, I'm the man. I'm supposed to pay. I'm supposed to pump the gas. You know what I'm saying? When I see women doing things out of line or out of culture, I kind of look at it a little differently, a little sideways. You know what I'm saying? But hey, everybody has their own way of doing things. Maybe she might not be exposed to that, but that's a red flag to me. You know what I'm saying? You out with your dude or what guy you dating, he not open the door for you. I get low on gas. He don't want to go outside and pump the gas. He want to be on his phone while you pumping the gas. That's a red flag, because it's not something you need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I see that, or hey, the door needs to be open. You don't want to open the door. You don't want to get your chair. Like I said, it's cold outside. He don't offer his sweater, his jacket. It's just a red flag to me. I wonder why y'all keep dealing with Mr. Wrong, because, like I said, you gotta have standards, you got a principle. A lot of times, I can't really blame y'all because you're not really demonstrating what it is. You know what I'm saying? Or a lot of times, you may just do it. You don't realize that's just who in nature who he is. You may just doing it. Oh, he's just doing this because he's trying to get something from me. Nah, I'm just who I am. I've always been generous, thoughtful, thankful, and I grew up. I said, a lot of women in my life, mom, godmom, grandmother. So she helped raise myself, my 2 brothers. So it's like, kind of, that was a non-negotiable right there, Kind of told us early, like, hey, you got to do all this or you trap the woman. So, like I said, chivalry isn't dead. Chivalry is still goes along each and every day. Like I said, if a man's not really doing the little things for you, he really shouldn't be with you. Like I said, talk about in the book, once again, Gentleman Code. You don't really accept it. Don't accept the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? He can't give you his all, then don't accept it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really not men. It's just things I just be seeing and observing. You know, I like to sit back and observe stuff. I might not say a whole lot, but I do observe everything. I see everything. You know, but like I said, when a tab comes, the first date, you gotta pay. You man gotta pay for it. You know what I mean? You invite her out, you gotta pay for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You gotta go in the bathroom, call your homie or call a relative. Hey, you know, you transfer the money to my card. You gotta you gotta come with it. You know. And nowadays, we use Apple Pay, different kind of apps on your phone, so you can't even have an excuse like, oh well, I left my wallet at the house, so can't pay it. Nah, there's too many things on your phone, too many ways, too many access, too many apps to not pay for stuff. But yeah, though, like I said, Chivalry isn't dead. Always just be blessed. Always just say you're thankful, you know, grateful and stuff like that. But yeah, though, that's all I really got to say. You know, like I said, my first book, it's on Amazon. So definitely check it out. You know, I have 3 books in total. So, you know, check it out. Tell me what you think about it. Feel free to comment below your thoughts about this video. And until next time, out. Coach JC.